Alright, so my internet is still not connecting, and I guess I'm waiting for the bill to go through, but I don't know. I paid at least 95 towards it yesterday. I know. Now, the minimum I had to pay was 84, right? So, again, right. So, whatever you're trying to do, okay, I'm single. Moses allows for premarital sex if the man is sincere and wanting to marry the woman. No. You got everything ass backwards. You're so religious. You're so holier than Moses himself. I know you are. Oh, I know you are. You don't know how to properly apply his law. I know. You're self-righteously applying it to yourself. I know. Well, you're wasting your time then. You're not getting it. The heart of the law, though, is at least the 10 Commandments. Yes. But I'm not committing adultery as with Solomon and the women he was with. Why was it allowed by grace? Because of the number of women Jacob had, right? Now, yes, Jacob had 4. David had like 17. And Solomon had like 1,000. But why did God allow it in that day? Maybe because it knew you would tempt me. Like I said, right? I try to be with one woman, right? But if the woman I'm with doesn't stay with me, right? And she comes to me in the middle of the night and leaves. She's coming and going as she pleases, like Isaiah pointed out, right? But she's not being a true wife. She's being a lover on the side, right? The Bible don't say you can't do that either, right? Especially with the angels who sinned in Genesis chapter 6. They knew they could be with the women, But what was the real sin, right? There then, right? That God won't stop you from sinning, right? Okay, the true sin, though, ain't the number of women they were or weren't with, The true sin is unforgiveness after the sin, right? See, God's trying to forgive it all. Well, you're not letting him if you keep a score or a record of sin, right? Who taught you to do that? Satan, by doing Adam in a way that hurt him, right? You can even hurt women in rough sex, right? And again, sometimes you go to the point of death with sex, which is called a rape and a murder usually on the SVU, right? Well, again, if you're setting me up with a female, right, even if it's a few, right, a night, say 3 to 9, right? Well, what you're doing there is I'm having them, they're remembering it, but then suddenly I forget, right? Why? Do they have a boyfriend who they even had sex with and he's getting all jealous, right? Well, that's the point, right? I don't know why. I don't know why. Even if she's not a virgin, I'm not judging, right? Under condemnation. I do know basic right from wrong. I know we're all supposed to have at least one wife, right? But at the same time, the condemnation is where you condemn others for doing the same thing, right? That's when you go to hell for that sin, right? You understand, right? And hell is also the grave, the pit, death. And you're making a covenant with Sheol, Jews, right? Right? And you're not calling on the name of your God to be saved, right? So again, right? Whole problem, whole point is, right? We have to be faithful. Because no one else is going to be faithful. Now, another problem is, if I'm disabled, who pays my debt anyway? The government. Now, trying to rehabilitate from what happened to me in the Navy don't mean I can't go to school. Don't mean I can't do things if my body allows me to do it. Like lift weights was every few days, right? Every 3 to 4 days, right? Even doing that, if my body allows me to do it, don't change. I'm disabled, right? It's the length of time I can do it that's changed, right? Whereas before I felt I could do it all day, no pain, right? Whatever I wanted to. Until the fall. Even after a car wreck. I'm only in the hospital 2 days after the car wreck. But I'm also younger, you know. And it happened around 24. Right? So again, right? That's 8 years later too, right? Almost 8 years and a month after, right? Why is that? Why is that? And yet God is saving me too, right? From something that would kill somebody ordinarily, or they wouldn't be in the hospital 2 days for it. And I blacked out, right? Even with the windshield collapsing on your head, you don't normally black out. But why did I black out? Because more happened, little Roddy is hiding. Because see, I'm dropping him off somewhere when we were told to just go to Guyton and come right back, right? I'm doing him a favor. So whatever happened between Guyton on the way back and his girlfriend's house, and I'm trying to do him a favor, right? Just as a good stepbrother, right? But whatever happened down that road after the curve where he would have glass in his hand too. One cannot have glass as if they're covering their face, right? And the other not have to cover his face too, right? Perhaps like this, which would mean it would be in the palm of the hand. But again, something should have happened with him too if we're crashing into the ground, right? That's the first mystery. Why I wrecked, was in the hospital 2 days, and am the only person I know of who can say that about a car wreck. So, with what would have been major damage, right? Because the car had to go airborne and crash into the ground. Now, even a brick put on the accelerator and having the car as straight as you can have it and putting the brick on the accelerator real quick can make it look like I wrecked the car. Difference is, though, the real speed wouldn't be the real speed you would actually wreck the car. You might could get it up to 25, 30, right? Maybe 35, depending on how far you're back. But it don't prove it. It's a speculation with someone with blackout amnesia, right? Remembering what he does, remembering what he don't. And but Roddy had issues, right? And more than you know. But he had wet the bed issues till his almost teenage years, right? And I'm not shaming him, I'm just telling the truth, right? But that's because I guess he knew something was wrong himself, right? Something was off. He didn't quite look like Big Roddy. He was tall and lanky and, right, didn't quite fit in, right? But like I said, it's not to condemn him, right? It's to tell the truth of the situation where I'm the only one injured and not him at all. So again, we find out later on his daddy was another guy. Right. Right. Still not doing it. Now, if you make me, I'll have to go somewhere else to start my classes, right? You know I'll do that, right?